All right, Mulholland is calling back.
Hello.
What's up?
Just got home from work. Saw that you were streaming.
That's right. Okay, so do you know how to play this game?
Yeah, I heard about it. You're gonna read a quote, and I'll guess if it's Martin Luther King or not.
Yep, or Martin Luther King or a video game.
Okay.
Let me
Yes.
find it. Hold on, let me find you a good one. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It is merely an observation on the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true to realize the foundations of society are fragile and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions and that we must live with our consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
That seems really philosophical. So I'm gonna go with Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, final answer.
Final answer.
All right, and I'm sorry, you're incorrect. It was Ezio Auditore de Firenze from Assassin's Creed. So why don't you go ahead and apologize to all the viewers?
First, I want to apologize for Martin Luther King for misattributing a quote to him, and then all the viewers for defaming Martin Luther King with Assassin's Creed quote.
Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Do you have any other words of sorrow to share?
No, but I did want to ask a question.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so I mean, most of Mega64 knows that you're into anime, so I always wondered how exactly did you get into anime? Since I know a lot of people got into it by watching Toonami, so I was wondering if it was different because you're older than me or the people I know.
Sure. Well, I wasn't too old for Toonami. I mean, Toonami hit when I was in high school, so
Yeah,
original Toonami.
yeah,
Uh, but I've never really, honestly though, I've never. That's kind of a misnomer because I've never really been into anime. Like, I'm not like watching anime every year
yeah,
and like
yeah.
seeing the new. I just watch. I consider it just like any other genre. So I watch something when people tell me it's good. So that's really it. I hadn't watched like before Gurren Lagann. It had been 7 years since
Dragon
I
Ball
watched
Z.
any. And since that, I've watched a few. So I don't know. It's just kind of like, yeah. I mean, I did watch some stuff that was on Toonami, like Dragon Ball and Gundam. But other than that, it was just kind of whatever I heard about on the internet that people recommended to me.
Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks for answering my question.
Sure, no problem. What's like a big series right now? Probably like One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
Keep meaning to watch
Yeah,
more of that.
yeah, it's pretty good. Madhouse is one of the best like animators. Their animations are pretty fluid, and I
Yeah.
mean, like during their action scenes, which is really important with One Punch Man, they don't really cut any corners.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool.
All right, thanks again.
Are you into Dragon Ball at all?
I was during like I watched it when it was on Toonami,
Yeah.
and I tried to watch Super, but the animation was just really bad,
Yeah.
and it was basically retelling the first two
Yeah,
movies.
there were
I,
there
but
were some moments of bad animation from what I saw, but that
yeah,
to me wasn't nearly as bad as it just rehashing movie stuff, which I wasn't
well,
exciting at all.
Well, the interesting thing is that somebody told me recently that they finally got past that. They finally like
Yeah,
got to Frieza keep being revived and then them
yeah,
killing him.
I've heard
So
that.
I guess if you're curious at all of how it's going to be directed now that they're actually to new content.
Yeah, well, the reason I brought that up is I was just reading an article about 2 seconds ago. In this new book that came out, I guess Akira Toriyama, who created Dragon Ball, I guess he is ripping on Dragon Ball Super for that reason. He said I can never really leave. I just read this. He said I can never leave Dragon Ball alone because I had left it alone for a long time, and then the live action movie came out, and that pissed me off. So then I set out to make the movies, which I thought the movies were great. The new movies that came out were awesome.
Yeah.
He said, and so then now we've started a new show, and the animation quality is starting to piss me off, and I need to get more involved. And like, basically, he was like, "I'm gonna kick ass on this," and it's just kind of funny that he was equally pissed off about that. So hopefully, he will put his foot down on something.
Yeah, especially after. Well, what's your opinion on GT, or did you never really watch it?
Awful. I
Yeah.
never watched the whole thing, but I watched a lot of it. And
I
hated
mean,
it.
and it really shows since, from what I've read, he didn't really have anything to
No, he
do
had
with
nothing
it,
to do with
right?
it.
So it's just like do whatever you want, and it clearly showed because it was just bad.
Yeah, it was super awful. Super awful. So we'll see what happens, but anyway,
All right, thanks for taking my call.
no problem.